I moved to the Killeen area in 2005 and I've called it home ever since. I went to college in San Antonio, came back, purchased my home, have built a thriving real estate career, but it's not home for everyone, and that's totally okay. For some people, it may just not be the right fit. And today I'm going to share some reasons why Killeen may not be the perfect home for you, but it is home to a lot of other people, of course. And I've always been very honest and transparent about some of the pros about this area. And today we're going to talk about some of the cons and why you may want to double check if it's a good fit for you and your family. I'm Brina Gordon, your favorite Central Texas realtor. I'm here to keep it real with you and transparent so you have all the information you need to make the best decision possible. Now, people do choose to relocate here for all sorts of reasons, whether that's family, military, occupation, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of good reasons, but like I said, I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons that you may want to reconsider because it does catch a lot of people off guard. A lot of times when we're out touring homes, especially when it's in the summer, we're currently in May, the number one has got to be the heat. Now, yes, it's Texas, you know it's hot, but if you're not actually used to this level of heat, it can probably catch you off guard. I can tell you when we first moved to Texas, although I had been here before, it had been a while. We were living overseas as a military family. We moved here, we walked off our plane in the dead of July, and I almost had a panic attack breathing in that heat. Now I'm used to it, you know, to carry extra water, to carry your fan, and hopefully have a house that's near a pool. Now this community is still building, so if you're interested, let me know. But truthfully, you do have to get used to the heat here. It's not for everyone, and that's okay. If you're used to cooler climates or a mixture of weathers or a place that truly has all four seasons, Killeen may not be the fit or be the good fit for you. We do have our seasons. However, our summers are definitely extended. It is going to hit 3 digits, and you do have to be careful if you have pets or you yourself work outside quite often. You have to stay hydrated. You have to keep your pets safe and cool because there are a lot of times stories that do come up where people have passed away or dogs have had heat exhaustion because it is very realistic climate here. We have dry heat. If you're in the Houston area, we have a lot of humid heat. Either way, the point is we have heat, and if you're not used to it, it can definitely be an unpleasant surprise. So like I said, if you're looking for a place that has multiple climates, cooler weather, this may not be the perfect fit for you. But if you are looking for some heat, you want a pool, you love the sun, this is definitely a great spot for you.
Hey, if you're thinking of relocating to the Fort Cavazos area, I have just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I have it linked right down below. The best part is there's no obligation to this, and it's going to come with everything from the top employers to the best schools and a boatload of other information. Everything that you need to make the best decision. Again, no obligation. So make sure you click the link below. It also will be pinned, and I hope that it helps.
The weather like it is today, it's warm, but we've got a nice overcast, perfect day to be lounging by the pool. Unfortunately, things can change pretty quickly here. We can go from this to tornado warnings pretty quick or hailstorms, and that's a realistic change here. Our weather patterns themselves have been changing quite a bit the last few years, and it's just something that I do bring up to clients. Again, I'd rather you guys have too much information than not enough, and you guys contact me in a year or two and just not quite happy with your decision. I truly want you to love the area if you choose to live here. And so that's why I want to be real with you about the weather pattern changing. Now, when we're looking at homes, one of the number one things we look at are roofs due to the hailstorms. It is not uncommon for most roofs to have some sort of hail impact. So we're typically looking for some heavy duty deterioration or changes in the actual shingle structure. But I gotta be honest, we are changing weather patterns locally, as in, you know, within the cities around this area. We have had a few tornadoes touch down, and so it is weather and Mother Nature doing what she does best. And so I got to bring that to the forefront if you're looking to relocate here, that we do have our own severe weather. Now, of course, if you're used to hurricanes or something like that, it may not be a big deal to you, but for someone that's relocating that's not used to any sort of severe weather, that could be a deterrent. And so like I said, making sure that you're well aware. We do have hailstorms, we do have tornado warnings. Thankfully, nothing has hit in Killeen, but they have hit around surrounding cities. And like I said, this weather, it looks really nice, but it can change pretty quickly. And if you're ever in the area and you start seeing those warnings, it is in your best interest to get to safety, get your vehicle and your family to safely as quickly as possible, because we never know how severe it may get.
All right, now for the question of the day. What is the first thing you look for in a new city? Is it a coffee shop? Or your favorite store? I really want to know, so make sure you comment down below, or better yet, shoot me a text, email, or even give me a call. All my information is going to pop up here on the screen. So again, what is the first thing you look for in a new city?
Now, with growth usually means growing pains too, and I can confirm that as firsthand. We're going through a lot of growth pains here. Killeen itself, of course, we're connected to the largest military installation, armored military installation. However, it wasn't really constructed to have the population that it currently does. So now there is a lot of catch up that's happening to build the roads, to revamp the roads, to build a lot of accommodations to support the growth and the growth trajectory that's for the area. You can see behind me a lot of movement, a lot of things are being put in place to help support it, development all across the city, to help support all the changes, because we want to see growth. We want to make sure people can move around their city comfortably as well. And with that, I'm going to tie in public transportation. Now, this is something I've mentioned before, but a lot of people come from larger cities and they have really good public transportation. Killeen does have it here, but I will say it is still very much in the works to become a little bit more feasible for a lot of people, because if it's not on one of the main highways or streets, there's not a lot of options for public transportation. So if you live kind of out of ways, or even a neighborhood like this, you don't have public transportation, and sometimes we really do need it, especially as we're growing, we're accommodating, we're getting a lot of the streets fixed and all of that. We need a little bit better help in that public transportation to ensure that everyone can move around the city sensibly and safely. So that is one con. If you're used to being able to hop on a shuttle or a bus or a subway, we don't quite have those options to the fullest capacity. We do have some public transportation, but it's definitely something that can be better developed. And I know they're taking those initiatives. A lot of this stuff takes time. So as we continue to grow, as people continue to pour into the area, our economic growth will surely benefit from all of that. And these things will continue to get better. But as of right now, there are still some pain points. We are growing, and that's excellent. But like any other thing, company or area, growing does have its own pains as well, because you have to build the support to be able to accommodate that growth. Now, if you're a big city person, you're used to a lot of hustle and bustle, a lot of activities. And for some people, sitting still is just not something that they're good at. Now, we've got some things here, but like I said, if you're really used to a lot of activities, it may not be a great fit for you. I can say we do have Dave & Buster's now. It just opened this month. So, we are ecstatic because we are getting more entertainment options. We've got a few things in Harker Heights. We have a lot of outdoor. We have a lot of kid activities. But for something that's for a little bit of an older crowd, we're still kind of lacking some of the larger things. You still do have to go to the big city like Austin or Waco for some other options, or for a lot of diversity in your kind of evening fun things, or just having some other things to do. So like I said, if you're used to a lot of activity, if you're always active every weekend, you're always kind of signing up for stuff, you have to be more creative here if you choose to live here, or you do have to travel outside the city. And I think that's a con still, because a lot of times people want to be right in the middle of everything. They don't want to necessarily have to drive 45 minutes to an hour to go have fun with their friends or family. So Killeen sometimes in the surrounding area is still lacking. We do have options, but we're just not quite as developed in that area. But we are making our way slowly but surely in the activities department. So hang with us if you do decide to live here. We're slowly getting a little bit better, but we still got some work to do.
Hey guys, as much as I love making these videos, there's one thing that I absolutely love more, and that's helping families from all over the US make the move here to the Fort Cavazos and surrounding area. I've helped countless families move here, so whether you're coming out next week, next month, or even next year, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My contact information is going to be right here down below in case you missed the pop-up screen, and I look forward to helping you and your family move to our beautiful area.
Now, we can agree and disagree on what we do offer and what we don't offer. And it is true, we are still growing at a lot of capacities. The things that I mentioned, if those are absolutely deal breakers for you, then Killeen is just not the place currently. We're working on a lot, but we still got some areas to grow in. As someone that's been here 20 years, I've seen a lot of growth, and I see the vision for the area. And of course, I'm going to support it. If you're ever interested in the Killeen area or the surrounding cities, you definitely know who to call. Now, regardless of what you may think, I can tell you one thing for sure. We have got some of the best places out here in regards to grocery stores. H-E-B is still family owned. It is a Texas-based business, and we have Whataburger. So if you are a true Texan, then there is no other place than Killeen, Texas.